Several states have banned official travel to the state of Mississippi because of its anti-LGBT law. Now, the new law that has been proposed, voted in favor of, and also signed by the governor basically states that people who want to discriminate against LGBT individuals can do so. The law allows people with religious objections to deny wedding services to same-sex couples and permits employers to use religious beliefs as justification in determining workplace policies such as dress code, grooming, and bathroom and locker access. Again, the obsessions with bathrooms and who gets to use them continues for Republicans. Now, what I love about this story is that several states have responded to it by threatening to ban official travel. What do I mean by official travel? That's when public funds are used by politicians or representatives from that state to travel to the state of Mississippi. That could really potentially harm Mississippi in various different ways, which I'll get to in just a second. Now, Vermont, Washington State, and New York's governors all banned official state-funded or sponsored travel to Mississippi on Tuesday. The District of Columbia is considering a similar measure. Now, Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York says the following: discrimination is not a New York value. We believe our diversity is our greatest strength, and we will continue to reject the politics of division and exclusion. The Mississippi law is a sad, hateful injustice against the LGBT community, and I will not allow any non-essential official travel to the state until it is repealed. Now, PayPal was planning on moving to one of these states that has similar laws. So North Carolina, as we had covered on the show previously, has a similar law in place, except their law states that certain municipalities cannot vote in favor of or pass legislation that protects the LGBT community.
It's amazing. They say you must discriminate against LGBT members in some particular cases. Again, bathrooms, etc.
Yeah, so PayPal was planning on going to the state, and then they decided because of this law, maybe it's not such a great idea because we want to protect our gay employees. Right. And so they're going to miss out on jobs and money.
So it was going to be a $3.6 million expansion project in North Carolina for PayPal, and it was going to bring in 400 new jobs. They said, but we can't bring in 400 jobs to your state if we can't protect our employees, so we're going to have to bring them to a different state. Damn. So now, here's one thing that Republicans, politicians eventually listen to: businessmen. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when corporate powers start telling you to bow your head, that's what Republican politicians were made for. So yeah, they'll play little patty cakes here, and this is their last stand. And so Colonel Custer's here going, no, they're down in Mississippi. We're not going to let the gays go on the wrong path. And then they'll be like, okay, we're going to cut your money. Okay, never mind. Go ahead, yeah. You know, maybe you're right about that, gays. Thank you.
Mississippi is a disaster, okay?
Mm-hmm. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. It's not winning anymore.
No, it's not winning. It never was winning. Now, unlike Trump, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Now, not only did they pass this, discriminatory legislation, but it has the highest teen pregnancy rate in the country because they're so afraid of teaching comprehensive sex ed. They only allow abstinence-only sex ed, and they also do not prevent educators from giving students false information about their anatomy and their health, which is, again, a disaster. They just voted in favor of, dedicating the month of April to Confederate heritage. Okay, so they're celebrating the Confederacy, which of course a lot of minorities living in Mississippi aren't too happy about that, especially because of what it represents. And they refuse to state the fact that the Confederate movement had a lot to do with slavery. It was over slavery. I mean, you just keep hearing all these terrible stories out of Mississippi lately. Mississippi is not winning, it's losing. They don't want to make good deals, they want to make bad deals.
And so, by the way, to give you a sense of how bad this particular deal is, so they talk about dress codes. And so it allows for religious discrimination. So the majority of Christians can say, hey, you Jewish guy over there, take off your yarmulke.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my religious freedom that you're impeding upon because I don't want Jews in this establishment. It's crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Now, okay, Muslims can turn around and go, hey, you know what? I think marrying outside of the people of the book, meaning if you're marrying someone who isn't Jewish, Christian, or Muslim, not allowed. So I happen to be a clerk down in Mississippi. I'm using my religious freedom to ban your religious freedom. Okay? So now, in reality, this is for Christians. Right? They're not going to let the Muslims do anything. They're not going to let the Jews do anything. But the way the law is written, I mean, theoretically, any religion can do it. And as long as you discriminate, they're happy. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. What's also incredible is that business owners, religious business owners in the state, would rather lose out on business because they're so hateful toward a specific group of people. Just think about that for a second, right? Just bake the fucking cake and shut the fuck up. Seriously, why is it such a big deal? Like, what's going to happen? Do you think that as you're in the process of blending your ingredients, you might think about touching some other man's dick? Like, what goes through their minds? Just get over it. Get over it. No one's forcing you to have anal sex. No one's even forcing you to think about it. You're just thinking about it constantly and trying to legislate it.